Good morning and welcome to Naturally Kim's Knitting. You know, it's kind of funny. I'm sorry, I'll get to that in a minute. This is episode 69 and I'm just having a great day. As you can tell, I'm already smiling. One more day and this lovely accessory will be gone, I hope. I am feeling great, and the only thing it does now is it disturbs my sleep and it gets very warm. So, I'm ready to have it off. Anyways, this is a fun little podcast about, knitting and spinning and dyeing of yarn and whatever other little things I may get up to throughout the week. And all of this takes place in Lima or outside of Lima, Ohio. My official address is not Lima, but it's close enough. um, let's see, what was I going to say? I was saying, I think it's rather funny that this podcast is called Naturally Kim's Knitting, and probably the one time of my day that I do not have yarny things in my hand constantly is when I'm doing this podcast. I show you my projects, but I'm not knitting. So, oh well, hey, it's rather funny. Okay, you know what? Some people make you wait. I do have a plan. It's just my mind is going one way and the plan's going the other. I like to welcome everybody who is watching today. Whether this is your first time and you're thinking, who is this crazy lady? Why am I watching this? Or whether this is, you've watched it from the beginning and you're just back for more. I love you all. Big hugs. I'm in a crazy mood, like I said. It started with, I saw new pictures of my grandbabies. If you want to see them, I'm not sure if I'll put them at the beginning of the podcast or if I'm just going to put them on my blog. So if you want to see them, you can skip over to my blog and you can see them because they are cute. And I'm a grandma. I should say they're cute. Anyways, it's been an interesting week. I'm looking forward to tomorrow to hopefully see what this doctor has to say. I do have some other medical news coming up, but I'm not going to worry you with that right now. Now, last week I told you how I made a mistake and I had my dates off as far as when the close of the last contest was. Well, so I did close it on June 1st, and I drew, and Fizona, you won. So you can decide if you would prefer to have a Ravelry pattern for under $7.50, or if you would prefer one of my yarns. Either way, I'm fine with whatever. And along with the end of that one, of course, we have started our new one, which is crafting with beads or crafting out of a pattern book. Or crafting with beads out of a pattern book. However you want to do this. I'm sorry, I'm using my hands a lot. I know that messed up the focus of the camera. All the rules and everything are underneath, or at the bottom of the blog. I will also put them on the Ravelry thread. The one big rule is you do have to be a member of Ravelry. And this is running until the end of, I've got to check. I think I said July, didn't I, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, July 31st. So, yeah, we have that going on. And I'm actually I haven't decided which one I'm doing yet, but I'm actually going to do a Helen Stewart shawl. And it's not out of a book, but it is with beads. So, that was one of my New Year's resolutions, was to work with beads. So, I'm going to do it. I've got the yarn picked out. In fact, I got the yarn from Woolbothy a while ago. And I just love this because I love the little flecks in it. So, this is what I'm going to be making out of. And it's soft, and I'll have to let them know what I have planned to do. Excuse me. You know me. I start talking, have a frog in the throat. Other than to my dog and my cat, I don't talk to people throughout the day except until my husband gets home from work. So, so anyways, and then of course we have our other annual temperature knit along. And while I'm talking about that, I have to laugh because just when I think I have all the yarn I could possibly need, we have a snap where we're stuck in the same temperature. And that's what's happened. I got stuck and I discovered I don't have enough of that. This nice little purple, which happens to be my favorite color. So I had to go to Little Dandy Knit Picks, excuse me, my collar itches sometimes, and order some more. So once again, I am at a standstill, but I have got all caught up until that. So that's okay. That's okay. That's all right. We'll make do. Then of course I have my daughters. You know, I should tell you more about the first one first. That's from the 10 Stitch Zigzag, which is by Frankie Brown. Links are in my blog. The wool is Knit Picks Wool of the Andes, and there's a link to Knit Picks in the blog. If you're interested, just go ahead and click on that, and I am an affiliate with them. So I get, you know, a couple little pennies out of any orders that you might do. You don't have to, but if you'd like to, that would be appreciated. And of course, my Afghan temperature graph I get from weathergan.com. Now, as you've heard me say, I've also doing one from the year of my daughter's birth for her first year on this earth. And I did show it to her while she was here. Anyways, I am into, I don't know where I am. I don't know what month I'm in, so I don't want to say, but I love the way these colors are going. I love, this is just, I tell you, when I make another memory blanket, I'm making it out of this pattern. I love it. I love how it's just in little squares. And I am going to take some of my soft yarn that I've used over the years and make one. Now this, of course, is from the memory blanket pattern. I'm doing it on size 4 needles. And this is Knit Picks Swish DK. The colors are just so vibrant, and it is so soft. I could just do this all day long. But then I'd get no knitting done either because it would be wrapped around me. Oh, yesterday I was chilly. It's been warm, but we're having a little bit of, when I say chilly, when we've been up in the 80s and then it goes down to 60s and 70s, that's chilly right now. And yesterday I was so glad to be working on Afghans because I could wrap up and I could, although it's hard to wrap up in this, but I would fling it over my shoulder while I would work on a section. And I actually got warm enough, I started sweating a little bit, so I thought, okay, well, it did its thing. Then let's see. I haven't started this yet, but I am going to be starting this. So I'm going to show this to you because I made a sweater for my granddaughter. Now I'm going to make a sweater for my grandson. Isn't that cute? And this is by Lisa K. Ross, and it's called Twisted Trails. And the sweater I made for my daughter, I believe, is by her too. And I love this. Yeah, it's by her too. And so, yeah. And he will not wear hats. So I thought a hoodie would be perfect. And so I'm going to be starting that for him. Once again, I'm getting myself overwhelmed with projects, but you know, what is life without a bunch of projects to do? Now, I should show you this. I did finish one sock of my Jane socks. Yay, I can't remember. I had that finished last week. If so, here it is again, except for the ends. I always do the ends last. That's for my friend Janie, and it's out at the pattern is one I'm calling Janie, and the yarn is called Janie. So and I've made it this far on the second sock. So yay! I have been working on this diligently this week because I felt so bad when I felt bad. I felt bad when I felt bad because I couldn't work on patterns. They were just too much for this little mind to deal with. And so I thought, okay, this week we're going to work on this a lot. And that would work. But then I looked over at my little pile of things to do, and I remembered, oh yeah, I promised my little Genevieve that I would make her brother a scarf, because I made her a scarf. And so this is Tobias's scarf. And this is my hand spun. And so I found a color, and well, she found the colors. And I thought, okay, this is a good color for him. It's not too dark. So that's the hand spun yarn. But yeah, so I've been working on these two things mainly this week. I have picked out one or two other things as I would finish the one thing for the day. I would pick out one or two other things. Excuse me, this is rattling. It's in a plastic bag, that's why. I don't have enough project bags. So, when I use too many, I have to go to Ziploc bags. Anyways, then I did work a little bit on this. I keep calling it my hospital sock. Because when I was in the hospital, I worked on this, and I made such progress. In fact, I got past the heel when I was in the hospital, but then I put it down. And in fact, it was so bad, I picked this up yesterday. And I'm sitting there going, well, where's his meat? Where's his meat? I gotta find his meat so I can measure up and make sure everything's equal. And I haven't done one whole sock yet. I am on the ribbing. This is going to be for somebody in the soup kitchen. This is a soup kitchen sock. That's a Janie sock. So, yeah. And this was just this was my mistake yarn that I made. But I think it'll be nice. It's a nice weight and it's soft. I just don't like, it got too much black because with my neck injury that I had, I went to shake a little bit of black dye in and I got kaboom, a whole bunch. I'm glad most of you guys know me and you understand the way I talk. I do like this because you understand my kabooms and my little silly things. I can talk to you guys like your friends. And I love that because I can be myself. I could be silly, or if I don't feel good, I might be not smiley that day or something. But you guys are so good. You understand. And I love the comments that you give me. So anyways, this is a sock for the soup kitchen. It's just a plain sock. I've been calling it my hospital sock only because I was in the hospital when I worked on it. I'm going back to church this week to work in the office and to go to church, and that sock, well, hopefully the other sock will be going with me. It's me. So, yay. I love to work on socks for soup kitchen and things like that when I work at the church. It just seems right to do something for charity when you're in the, I don't know, it's just me when I'm in the church. So that's what that is. So that's my hospital sock. I'm doing these out of order. I apologize, guys. I'm just doing them as I come to them. I worked on this earlier this week and then I put it down. This is supposed to be that kitty cat sock. Charina's kitty cat socks. Okay. My husband, I call him the city shepherd because he used to raise sheep when he was younger, and we've had sheep out here. Our farmer who owns the land around us let us have some land to raise sheep one year and goats and I don't know what all. Anyways, as I'm working this, I'm sorry, but that just looks like a lamb's head. I can't get my fingers out of the way. A lamb's head. I feel like I should just make a nose down here, and it could just be a lamb. I know if I put the whiskers here, it will look like a kitty cat. I just laughed though because it could be either at this point. I started the background on it. So I think what I'm going to do is just make some whiskers. It was supposed to have a nose, but I don't have any pink that was the right weight. And, kitty cats, I just feel like she'd either have pink. I guess I could have made a black nose. I didn't think about that. Anyways, these will be my kitty cat socks. I just laughed because right now they could be lambs. And, let's see. I didn't put down what these are made out of. Oh, yes, I did. Knit Picks Stroll Fingering Weight Yarn. Yay! So I'm loving these. These will be fun. These are fun, and these will be fun to wear. Now, the next sock is going to have black on the bottom and white for the background. So, plans here. Got plans here. Those are for me. Those are for me. I don't remember what's in this bag. Oh! I'm awful. I haven't worked on this for a few days either. Like I said, I've been working on the scarf and the Janie socks. So I haven't worked on my chemo cap for a couple days because I should have had it finished. But this is my next chemo cap. And this is out of Knit Picks Felici, The Dark Side. I kind of like that. I think I told you last week, I kind of like that. And I could see this being a boy or a girl's hat. It's really cool. And look at those colors. I could see this for either one. I will leave this out, and I say I will, but I want to get my Janie sock done because I do owe her that sock. Yes, I know I do, Janie. She's a dear friend, I tell you. I just love her to pieces. We're trying to get together, she and I and my friend Jenny and my other friend Linda, and we're trying to get together for a lunch. Well, because we don't see each other otherwise. Janie goes to a different church and all that. And we're having, we have to work around other things, and which, without being specific, I will ask each one of you to pray for my friend Jenny and her family. So just pray for them. Anyways, that is it. I have not completed anything this week. I was hoping to, Janie. But I haven't yet. Well, okay, I have finished my granddaughter's sweater, but I can't show it to you because the pattern's not been released yet. As soon as it is, I will show it to you. I do have a couple things to show you. Oh yeah, I have a couple book giveaways too. So I've been a member of the Gail's Art Sock Blank Club. And during the summer months, she decided to do vacation locations. This month is Hawaii. Look at these colors. I love this. Of course, it has purple in it, so why wouldn't I love it? Isn't that cool? I cannot wait to see how this knits up. I say that, and if you look behind me, you see I have a couple more sock blank of hers back there that I really need to work on. But my goodness, there is a link to her Etsy store on my blog, and sock blanks are fun to work with. You just knit directly from the sock blank onto your sock to make a sock, or a scarf, or a cal, or whatever. But then as you're knitting, these colors work into the socks, and it just makes it something unique. And I am in love with this one. Very much so. So, Gail, thank you. Gorgeous. I love it. I will have to let her know that I did that because, she does such a good job. I mean, she gets the blank sock blank, and then she dyes it and stencils it. And I've not had one from her that I've not liked. I am probably going to take a break these next 3 months because I have to do up the ones I've got first. But, yeah, then I'll go back after that. So, plus I've got something else that's in the works. I got something else I've got to show you, but I haven't done anything with it yet. This is a photo keychain, and it's for digital photos. My husband goes on golf outings with his work, and he said that quite often they have extra prizes that they don't, or door prizes that they don't give out. And so he knows I love to show pictures of my grandchildren to people. And so if I can figure it out, that's what this is going to be. I've got to figure out how to do it, though. And right now I'm not sure. So anyways, I will work on that. Now, let's see. There's that and that. I'm happy about my Gail's Art sock blank, my photo keychain. I don't have any questions for me this week. However, erg, erg. Sorry. I have a couple book giveaways. Oh, that has something on it. I'm sorry. I reviewed this book. There we go. On my blog. And this is, if you have ever read Max Lucado, I don't know if it's Lucado or Lucado, this is by his daughter. This is an advanced reader's copy, so I cannot sell it, but I can give it away as a giveaway. So, if you are interested in reading this, it's called English Lessons, The Crooked Little Grace-Filled Path of Growing Up. And it starts with her going to Oxford and then discovering so many things about her life while she's in Oxford. And I'm sorry, I did get something on it. If that bothers you, I'm sorry. I think probably what it was either chocolate or something like that. Sorry. Anyways, so there's a little spot there, and I apologize for that. It didn't get on this page. No, it's just on the edge. So, anyways, I will put a link in Ravelry, and if you're interested in this book, please tell me. If you were to go to England, what is the one place that is a must-see for you? Okay, I'll broaden it. If you were to go to the UK, because if I went to the UK, I always have to go to Loch Ness. I have to see my pet Nessie there. So anyways, English Lessons will be one of the book giveaways. That's one. Book number 2 is Make It Yours. I reviewed this a while ago, and I did show you people, that sounds so rude. I did show everybody some of the things that they give you directions on how to make. And this is a nice book. It's just that I don't think any of these crafty things I would be making. And they're a little bit too advanced for my granddaughter. My daughter decided, which I agree. But if you're interested in this, check it out. And tell me what is one of your favorite things to make. And I'll put a link to Make It Yours in Ravelry. Sorry about that. And then I have one more book. Oh no, I'm sorry, this isn't a giveaway. That one can't be. It's already promised to somebody. So those are 2 things. Now, I do want to show you, I do have this book that will be a prize. It's going to go in my prize bag. And this, I told you about this last week, 2 weeks ago. And my granddaughter almost escaped with it. But I said, your mommy doesn't crochet, and I don't crochet. So it's going to go in the prize bucket, and when it might possibly be a prize in this next craft along. Okay, so we have the Make It Yours that goes in Ravelry, and we have English Lessons that goes in Ravelry under a link. Okie dokie. Let's see. I feel so happy today, and I don't know why. I do have one thing I did not show you. I am spinning on this most wonderful, wonderful wool right now. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just pastels, but it's so pretty. And this is just a single. I'm going to do the other one of the, when you spin yarn, you do 2 singles and then you can put them together, or 3 singles and put them together. And this is going to be one of my singles, and I'm going to do the other one just like this. And I'll show you next week, hopefully, what that looks like. I am excited. I'm not sure what I'll make out of it yet. I'm just excited. Now, I did read this book. This is Threads of Suspicion, and I read this book and reviewed it this week. This is a Dee Henderson book. If you've ever read any of her, she's a Christian writer who writes really good suspense novels. And this is no exception to the rule. This is part of a series, an Evie Blackwell cold case, but I had not read any of the other ones, and I still fell in love with this. She has a way of doing that with me. I just fall in love with her books. So anyways, if you would like to see my review on my blog, there is actually a link. If you click on a book review, it'll take you to a link. And if you're interested in buying the book, I have under the title, or with the title, a link to Amazon, and I am also an affiliate with them. So if you're interested in buying it, you could always go to Amazon, go to my blog, click on the Threads of Suspicion, and it will take you to Amazon where you could purchase this. English Lessons is also available on Amazon. And like I said, I've told you about that. It is really good. She actually goes through her struggles with figuring out who God is. And, you know, she was away from home, and that's when these things come to your mind, and you start wondering and all this. You know what? I feel like I flitted here and there all day today, and I do apologize for that. There weren't any questions this week for me, so I'm just going to, let's see. We've gone over the craft along, so I guess I'm just going to go to where you can find me. You can find me as Naturally Kim's Knitting on Ravelry, on YouTube, Blogger, Facebook, and WordPress. You can also find me as Napier's Knits. That's my personal one on Ravelry. On Etsy, I'm also Napier's Knits. And on Instagram, I'm knittin_Kim. And I do try to put pictures in there a couple times a week anyways. I'm actually going to take a picture of this when I get it all dyed up. So anyways, I hope you guys all have a good week. And I hope this wasn't too confusing. Like I said, I talk to you guys like you're my friends. I feel like so many of you I know. And this is the way I talk. You could ask my husband. You could ask my, Janie, Jenny, or Linda. This is the way I am. Anyways, I love you guys. I hope you have a great week with very few, if any, mistakes. And if you have mistakes, I hope you can fix them. And big hugs. And I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye, everyone.